It's Marcus Kilvington here today from Food Profits, and doing a little bit of filming today, but what's really good, I've met a young lady called Rita Buckley, and we've just been having a chat, and I wanted to share with you today some of the great valuable advice and information that Rita's just been talking to me about. And you used to be a waitress, didn't you, for about 8 years?
Yes.
Some silver service stuff.
Yeah.
And one of your passions, Rita, isn't it, is about people these days kind of running restaurants, and some of the staff in there need to kind of be a bit more hands-on engaging.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of staff nowadays that don't realise that they can make better tips from engaging with their customers a lot better.
Yeah.
And also increasing sales for their boss by making sure that they have the additional services that you don't always realise. So you'll sit a customer down at a table, give them the menus, offer them a drink, make a drink suggestion to them, like would you like a gin and tonic or a small glass of wine. Before you even start your meal, then the restaurateur's sort of like got £8 in the bank before that person even realises that, you know, there's probably a couple of quid added to the bill at the beginning of the meal. It frustrates me quite a lot sometimes, and when a restaurant's in chaos, and all it takes is somebody to just step back from the situation, look at what can be improved and where the changes need to be made. And you know, sometimes restaurants aren't even ready for service. You know, when you walk in at sort of 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and they're still polishing the cutlery. You know, you need to get your staff in a little bit earlier, perhaps, to get somebody to get the table sorted out and things like that.
Some really good stuff there. So what you're saying often is that staff really need to engage with customers. Is that really what you're saying?
Yeah, and I get a bit worried sometimes when a staff member, you know, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'll be your server tonight. I think that's sometimes a bit too cheesy.
Too over the top, isn't it, sometimes?
But at the same time, if they sit you down at your table and offer you the menus, would you like any drinks, or can I get you a bowl of olives, perhaps, or some, you know, it's those additional sales that help. And it's also the same at the end of the meal. You know, a lot of staff forget, once the main course has been cleared, a lot of them forget that actually you might want dessert, and you might want a coffee, and you might want a brandy or a Baileys or something like that. And they often sort of just forget to even ask you about desserts, and then you have to ask for the dessert menu. And I appreciate that some people want a bit of time between finishing the main course and starting the desserts, but you know, just making sure that your table has that service right to the end, right till they walk out that door, or you know, have given you your £5 tip or whatever. You know, it's that kind of thing that I think adds to the whole experience. And a lot of the time, if you've not had a good experience from the waiting staff, you tend to not go back to that restaurant.
I completely agree with you.
And you know, I appreciate that a lot of restaurateurs are perhaps the chefs in the kitchen, so they don't actually see, or the person manning the till and the bar, they don't actually see what goes on the shop floor, as it were, and what their staff are doing, saying, and you know.
Absolutely. So staff motivation and staff training is a really big one, isn't it?
Yeah, and making sure these staff know the menu as well.
That's interesting.
You know,
what do you mean?
A couple of times I've asked staff, you know, what's this? You know, what's this? It's like, I don't know, for argument's sake, it's wrapped in pancetta and it's got something stuffed in it, and it's like, what's the stuffing consist of? And it's like, they don't know. They look at your bacon, and it's, instead of looking at your bacon, oh, I'll go and ask the chef. Disappear for a few minutes, go and ask the chef, come back, oh, it's stuffed with this, this and this and this, you know. It's that kind of thing. It's making sure that your staff are passionate about your menu and about your business. And I think the only way to instill that is to make sure that you do have good staff training, and, you know, at the beginning of service, you tell your staff members what the specials are and things like that. Instead of just saying, oh, they're on the blackboard over there, a staff member that knows what they're doing and is trying to perhaps work the tips, oh, the specials this evening are, and they reel them off to you, rather than say, go and have a look at the blackboard. Absolutely,
yeah, some really good stuff there. Is Bailey's your favourite drink, by the way?
No.
Right. Well, that's...
I'm a Chardonnay girl.
You're a Chardonnay, fantastic. Well, there's some really great stuff there, and so think about this. Think about what Rita's talked about upselling, so you can make more money for your food business. Think about how you can train your staff and get them to be passionate, so the staff actually are motivated to make more tips themselves. And also, be very hands-on and get your staff to know what are the specials, what's in them, so that they can kind of engage and have a far better communication with the customer,
Yeah, and I think as well, you know, making sure that the staff have got pride in themselves, you know, so going to work with a clean shirt, you know, a top that's looks presentable rather than something that's really low because you're going out after work. You know, it's those kind of things as well, you know, that do sometimes bug me as well. It's that staff have not taken a pride in their appearance.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like you're in a food service industry. People have got to eat.
Yeah.
You know, okay, fair enough, the staff
Yeah.
don't actually touch the food, but
Yeah.
still, if somebody's presenting it to you that's like got a mark on their shirt, it's still not very nice.
Do you fancy your job? You want to come work for us?
I need to work for you, Marcus, you know that.
Thank you. Ritas, thanks so much for your time and all that very, very valuable advice today. Think about what 2 or 3 things you can take from Rita and actually look at how you can implement them in your business. And just from me until next time, be the very best that you can be.